Hello everybody and welcome to chapter 3 of our Tough Puzzles series for A Little to the Left. So we're going to be doing Nitty Gritty today. I'm just going to go straight into this video today. Oh, but just to remind you, A Little to the Left is available to download on the Nintendo Switch and it's also available to download on Steam. I'm just going to go into the levels now. So we already did chapters 2 and anything with multiple solutions like that one or this one. Basically, those already have a video. They are the how to get multiple stars video, which is also on A Little to the Left playlist. I will link that up above in this video. You'll be able to see it popping up, hopefully now. And we're just going to go straight into Nitty Gritty, which is chapter 3. This one has a couple of tough puzzles. So some of them I'm going to show you like the full solution, and some of them I'm just going to give you the hard bits of it, basically. Now this one is the only thing that people struggle with this one is the sponge. This sponge, they don't know where it goes. So I'm just going to show you the start of this one. So this one's very satisfying. I'm going to put this one over here and everything just kind of joins together. You see how those are making like a nice shape? They're all kind of exactly where they need to be. They all fit together perfectly. But for the sponge, which is what everyone usually struggles with, I'll leave the rest of it, but that's where the sponge goes. This is where the sponge goes. I'm not going to show you the rest of it because, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. But if you're struggling with the sponge, that is where it goes, not in the bucket. Okay, I said there were a few tough ones on this one. So with this one, I don't want to give the whole puzzle away, but I think the thing that people seem to get confused about with this is these measuring spoons and also the cutlery, so the forks, knives and spoons. So I'm just going to show you, I'm going to kind of rush through it and show you the placement of them. So you'll see here that the fork goes here, it's nice and squared off, and they just stack up like that, and then the spoon goes on the more rounded one. You see this is rounded, and then, no, that's not the right size, and then the knife just goes on this one. That's it. I mean, I don't want to show you the rest of it. Like I said, I don't want to give too much of it away, but that's how you do it. Okay, this next one is notoriously difficult. Lots of people get stuck on this one, but we're just going to work through it. I'm going to show you the whole thing. I'm going to speed through it, and we're going to work through it systematically. So the actual bulbs are a little bit bigger than where they need to be placed. Obviously because you're picking them up, you're kind of bringing them towards the camera. But all it is with this one is you just kind of have to find the best space for them and just pop them in. And I always start with the biggest bulbs first and then the smaller bulbs afterwards. You'll see with that one just went a bit wonky, but that it just kind of sits into place nicely. I've already spotted that one. And yeah, that's basically how you do it, is just work with the big puzzle. Obviously I'm going to show you the rest of this now. If you don't want spoilers, just skip ahead. But for now, this is how you do it. There it is, all done. So this next one, I don't want to give too much of this one away because it's so satisfying. It's probably my favourite puzzle in the game, but I will give you a few clues for this one. So my first hint for this is to just move everything out that you can. Everything should fit in the sides of these drawers here, and it just makes it a little bit less. It just kind of gives you the shape of what things are, and you can kind of see it a bit easier. My next piece of advice is kind of like the glasses that I just grabbed. Just grab like the biggest items first. And I kind of have tackle this with most of the puzzles. See that matchbox is the perfect shape here, and this tape is the perfect shape for here. This one's pretty easy when you get into it. It's really cool, so just enjoy it, have fun with it, and I hope you like it. Okay, this next one is very similar to the last one, but we got a toolbox this time. And again, I don't want to show you the whole thing, but I am just going to show you some bits of this. So the best way to start with this is you're just kind of, again, I'm just moving everything out that I can. You see these things are like too big to go into various places. And that could fit, but there's actually 3 of them, so there's no way. Again, it's just kind of like a little bit of common sense with this and a little bit of experimentation, just moving things around and going, well, that's obviously not going to fit there, is it? See, this acorn is the perfect shape to fit there. We have, I've just noticed, we've got this little bolt here which will fit perfectly. It's so satisfying. And then we've got these things here. So these things can turn any way when you grab them, depending on what you put them. But you've got the first one, it just kind of goes up here. But then if you grab the other one, you see that kind of section there, it just turns upside down and fits perfectly in. And we've got some bent nails that you can place. So yeah, just have fun with this one as well. I don't want to give too much away, so I'm going to stop this here. Okay, this one I am going to show you the whole puzzle for this because, again, people get stuck. And this one we're just going to kind of work systematically from the top to the bottom. And I'm going to just move everything out again that I can just to... oh, I accidentally put the toothpaste in the toothpaste holder. So, but basically, this is people... You take the lid off this because people think you can't. You can move it around, but you can't. You can only take the lid off, and that you just drop the Q-tips in, and then the. Is that I'm missing one? Oh, it's over here. There we go. That's there, and then you pop the lid back on. Obviously, the toothpaste goes into. Oops. The toothpaste goes into the toothpaste holder, and then these are perfect fit for this, and they have like a little path that leads upwards from thickest jar to thinnest jar. Yeah, there we are. Got a little shell here which fits perfectly as well. I'm just going to I think I'm just going to speed through this bit actually, and you see that this kind of is a nice straight line. It's very similar to the other puzzle pieces that kind of fit together. You just have to make sure that they fit together. So that obviously doesn't fit there, that ain't right, is it? But I'm just going to speed through it. But I am going to show you everything that happens again, so if you don't want spoilers, skippy skip. It's that ring. It's this ring that always gets people as well, because they think it's just like part of the cupboard, but it's not. It's a ring. It's a separate ring. Okay, so this one took me forever. I was playing it on a plane. I was flying off on holiday, and I loaded up a little to the left on the Switch on the plane, and this took me so long. So I'm going to go through this whole thing with you now. I'm going to speed through it. But I don't really have a trick to this one, apart from just trying to hang things on different hooks. Obviously, the thing with the saw is that there should be nothing behind it, right? And that's the only place for the saw to go. And that kind of makes it a little bit easier then to guess where everything else goes. But just be careful, because sometimes when you place something in the wrong place, it might knock something off that's next to it as well. But I'm going to speed through this, show you the whole thing, and so if you are stuck on this like I was for such a long time, then this is the bit. I'm going to show you the whole thing. I had to speed that up so much because it took me so long. Again, even though I've done this puzzle before, it took so long for me to figure it out again. But that is it, I think. I'm just going to just double check actually. Yeah, I think the rest of them are pretty easy. There is the box one down here, which everybody gets as well, but I have done a video on this in my multiple solutions video, so give that a watch if you are stuck on any of the ones with multiple solutions. That is it for today's video. We will be covering chapter 4, and we've already covered chapter 5, so chapter 4 will be our last one. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it was really helpful. Remember that A Little to the Left is available to download on the Nintendo Switch and also on Steam. If you did like this video / find it helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We upload videos twice a week on Wednesdays and Fridays. It's the best place to see all of our upcoming game announcements too, so do that as well. And also, if you're around on Twitch, give us a follow on twitch.tv/wearesecretmode, because we do stream on Twitch 3 times a week. That's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's everything from me today. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!